Okay, today is going to be a bit of a shorter one. We are only hitting arms today and we're only hitting biceps. So we're just doing biceps today. So I'm thinking we're going to do maybe 7, 8 sets, nothing too crazy. And then we're also going to be doing forearms because we can't forget forearms. It would be nice if we were able to hit leg day, but I was having a little bit of a difficult time after the tattoo because I've been feeling pretty sore even when I'm walking. I can feel I can feel a bunch of pain, mostly around the area where my knee is, mostly when it bends. Man, I am telling you, it burns like crazy. And so that is not a good way of hitting legs, if you're in pain the whole time. So we're just gonna end up skipping those because we do not want to get hurt. We do not want to get hurt. Plus, we're gonna be in pain the whole time. So let's let our legs heal a bit. But I think we are gonna be hitting it this upcoming Thursday when it's our second leg day. But we're not gonna be using any knee sleeves because we don't want to be scraping any of the area while it's healing. So we're just gonna be doing it without any knee sleeves to make sure that the area also stays clean. I'm just gonna be wearing sweats all the time and making sure everything's covered because during the first, I would say maybe 3 weeks of your tattoo, it's just really important to stay out of the sun, I was gonna say, out of the sun, because it can kind of, I don't know, they say it can damage the healing process. It can make your tattoo look a little bit more faded. It might not heal correctly, or it might just make it look more grayed out. People say a lot of things, and so I think in general it's just a safer bet to just avoid the sun as much as possible during those first healing periods. And even then, they say that you should be wearing like sunblock to have your tattoos last longer because the sun is going to be breaking it down after some time, and that does happen. So you kind of have to just pick and choose what you will, whether you want to wear sunblock or you don't want to wear sunblock to protect your tattoos. Honestly, I'm pretty bad at it. I really should be wearing sunblock more often just to make sure that a lot of the work that I've got done also lasts a lot longer, but I think we'll be fine. I think we will be fine. I try to wear it as much as possible. It's just, I don't know if it's just me, but a sunblock kind of sucks. It just feels so weird on my skin. It makes me feel so greasy. I can for sure feel it, if that even makes sense. And so I'm not the biggest fan of sunblock, but I know it's important. So I won't say don't use it, but I should be better at it for sure. I should be better at wearing it. Not just for the tattoos, obviously, but just for skin health in general. I think it's a good thing to make it a daily habit. Mostly if you're spending a lot of time outside or if you're going outside often. And I feel like over the past 2 years, for sure, my sun exposure has been increased quite a bit. For sure, I'm going out more, and that's a good thing. But that also means I have to get better at other habits like wearing sunblock. So we'll get better at it. Hopefully, we find maybe like a nice a nice brand that we maybe like that just you just can't feel it at all. But until then, we'll try to be as good as possible with it. The one that we tried, I think, is the one with which one have I tried? I think one of them might have been like a Neutrogena one, and then one of them smells like bananas or something. I forget. It's like a brown bottle with a yellow top, if I remember correctly, or the color is switched around. One of those two. But those are the ones that we tried. We typically try to get the ones that are 30 plus SPF. I usually try to go for the ones that are like more than 50 because they usually say those are better. So I usually try to go for those. But today, I'm thinking we're going to be doing. I'm still trying to focus a lot on single arm work, so I'm thinking we're going to start off with maybe some type of curls. Maybe I'm thinking might do some incline curls, and then we might move on to to some single arm preacher curls. I think that'd be pretty good. And then maybe we might end it off with some type of drag curls, because those drag curls have been feeling super nice. Last time they gave me the craziest pump, the craziest squeeze, and I think that's what I'm looking for. And sometimes I know I've been saying that I won't really want to focus on doing more single arm work, just to make sure that I'm having my left hand catch up a little bit more. But sometimes what I can do is I can mentally think about my left hand putting in more work, and I can feel it putting in more work. It's weird how that works, but um I can usually kind of like play around with it that way. And so usually if I'm really thinking about my left hand trying to push the weight a lot more and activating a lot more, I can I can do that. But I think that just kind of comes with practice and the mind muscle connection that you kind of build over time. We're getting a little bit unlucky actually, everyone, because we just got a road closure on one of the main streets that we typically take to go to the gym. But maybe, no, I think we might be in the clear. I think we might be in the clear though. I think we might be fine. I think we might be fine. We might still be able to go forward. So that's probably what we'll do. Come on. People are really not sure what they're doing. But people don't know how to drive. People are acting crazy today. They must be thinking I'm playing. But we're going to be doing some forearm work too. And then we're also going to be doing some cardio. So we're probably going to be doing like 10 minutes of cardio, maybe 15, just to add a little bit extra work to what we usually do. Something about driving in the city, you have to have the most patience as possible, because I am telling you, people are going to test your patience, and I think it's good not to get tested, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. People are crazy sometimes. But yeah, you just have to have a lot of patience out here, mostly because people kind of just do their own thing. There's always something kind of happening, construction, whatever it is. And so the patience helps. Have a less stressful time here. But we are taking that new little route. It looks like there's also a little bit of traffic over here, but I think it's going to be a lot better than the other route that we usually take. So I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. We're going to stop by Costco today, and we're going to be picking up a few things. We for sure need to re-up a little bit on oikos. We need to re-up on a bunch of things actually. Maybe I'll show you guys a little bit of the Costco haul once we get home. I'll show you guys what we got so you guys can see that. And then, because this next Costco haul, I think this one that we're picking up today is pretty it's gonna be pretty big. Anyways, let's end the car talk and let's skip over and see what we end up doing first. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start off our first set. So I think we're going to start off with 35. Like I mentioned, let me see if I can just make sure it's focusing on me. So, like I mentioned, today's going to be a bit of a shorter day because our tattoo is still healing. So I put a little bit of saran wrap on it just so it can stay a little bit clear from some of the bacteria around here. Even though it's sweating or whatever, but it's better than it touching things around here. But we're probably gonna start off with 35. If it feels good, then we end up staying with this. If it feels hella heavy, then maybe we'll move down to 30. But we're gonna try to go as hard as we can with this one first. Hopefully, we can get at least a solid 6 to 7 on each hand. Hopefully, but we shall see, because 35s for sure feel pretty heavy sometimes. It's actually pretty nice at the gym right now, which I like. It's usually nice when When we go a little bit earlier, we find way less people usually during the weekday. So if you have the opportunity, I will come during lunchtime on the weekdays, man. No one's ever here. Only a select number of people, but we kind of have the whole selection of the gym to our disposal. So we'll see what we do. But we also don't need anything fancy to get some gains. So let's start with the 35. Let's go crazy. Nice. Okay. So we got a solid five. I think I can take another maybe 10 seconds and we can hit it for at least a solid two more. So let's take a quick break and then we'll count it as a pause set. But man, things are feeling pretty good. Things are feeling pretty strong too. We usually don't start off with arms during today. On Mondays, we usually do legs because it's the heaviest thing. And we want to use all our main energy on that. But because we're not doing legs, we're just doing biceps. A lot of our energy is going to this first set. So that's why it feels lighter. Nice. Okay. I think we can move down to 30s and that should be good. Let's go grab those and let's put back these 35s. Okay. We grabbed the 30s and we noticed that someone re-racked the 30s where the 35s are supposed to go. So make sure that you guys are re-racking your weights appropriately. You know, just to be considerate of other people at the gym. You don't want to be putting it in the wrong places and having someone else work double time for that. So just be mindful, y'all. But it was no biggie. It was just a 30, so I didn't really have to carry too much. But let's say it was someone else who couldn't. So let's just make sure to do that. Okay. For the second set, we're gonna do 30, and we're gonna try to hit this for hopefully a solid 7 to 8. I'm gonna take another maybe 15 to 30-second break, and then we'll go straight into it. Man, today's feeling like a really chill day, honestly. Just because we don't have to go super heavy with leg day, like they usually has a beat, but we're pushing through. We're pushing through. And we also did half a scoop of pre-workout today. So just because today's gonna be a little bit less intense, even though we're still gonna go pretty heavy, it's just a little bit less intense than we typically do, just because we're not doing a lot of the movements that we typically do. So we're not using that much energy. All right, and I'm talking. Let's go ahead and do these 30s. Let's try to get as many as we can until we can't lift our arms no longer.
Oh, sorry, the people on my house were French, so there was always French conversation. I
You pick up some?
I didn't correct the guy. My name's Huge Martinez. He said that's huge.
Damn.
Excusez-moi, but c'est Richmond, pas Martinez.
Come on, two more. Oh, thanks. Okay. So that was good. Let's go ahead. Let's go find our let's go find our little AirPod. I don't know where I think I might have dropped it when I'm gonna go put the 35s back. So let's go find it. We'll be right back.
Là-bas, c'est Martinez. Richmond.
I tend to run into this bit of a problem with my AirPod more often than I would like. I keep losing it. So I just found it under the seat and I was like going crazy trying to find it all over the gym. So I typically don't even like wearing like beats or anything above my ears just because it starts to hurt my ears sometimes. It's just kind of annoying having it on top of my hair and everything. So I switched to these, but most of the time while I'm here, I'm losing it and I'm trying to find it. So I think that's just a personal problem. I really need to get better at keeping track of my things because that's not the first time that I lose things at the gym. So I think I just need to get better at it. But these bicep curls are feeling pretty good. I think we're gonna do one more set of 30s, and then we're gonna go move over to some preacher curls and hit that for maybe. I think we can hit preacher curls for maybe 3 sets too. Total of six then, and then maybe do one or two of I don't know, some type of curl somewhere in the cable area. So we'll see what's available once we get to that. But let's just go hard with this 30. Try to get as many as we can. Try to match the same reps as the last one. So we'll try to get at least a solid 7 on each hand. So 14 total. Usually what I like to do is let's say I'm doing them both at the same time. If it sometimes becomes a little bit easier if I kind of just do it one hand at a time, as opposed to sticking to doing them both at the same time. It sometimes just gives me a little bit more of leverage, and so I'm able to do just a few more reps that way, as opposed to trying to hit as many as I can with both hands. So try to hit as many like this. Once it kind of gives up, and I'm noticing that I'm getting a little fatigue, kind of just switch to single arm, one at a time. Give it a little bit of rest in the stretch position, which is the best thing to do. So we're gonna keep doing that. All right, let's do it.
Oh, you're ready already? Have you done a lot before? Really big stuff at that. The guy performing in our place before. Look at this. You know how it is. Blue is usually for the cold, and the red is for the hot. So when I wire the fridge to the under the sink water arrival, I wired it to the blue. And those for the fridge, the word starts with an F and ends with a uckers. Uh, you get it. That's so these guys, um, so these guys, um, they get so I one thing I'm happy because they know you always it's gonna leak, yes, no, blah blah blah. So I tell my wife, okay, you do this. If I tell you to stop it, you turn off the valve because I'm gonna be out of the fridge. For sure. This is also free. It's good. And then we get the water. Oh,
that was nice. That was nice. Okay, we're done with this. I think we can go get the preacher curl machine that we typically like. Close it over there and hit it for 3 sets. Let's clean this setup up. Let's go put these 30s back. I'm glad today is a bit of a shorter day too, man. It feels hella hot in the gym. So it's also pretty hot outside. So it'll be nice to go back to the apartment where there's AC. All right, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Let's go ahead. Let's do our second exercise. I think we're gonna stay here for 3 sets. Take them fairly. Try to go as hard as we can. We're gonna be starting off with our left hand each time for each set, just to make sure that we're working as hard as I can with our left, so that we can catch up to this bad boy here. So let's do that. Okay, that's one on the right. Yeah. I just feel like I don't know how to grab these things now. I hate this thing. I'm gonna get like 2 more on this side. Let's do that again. I think we'll move down to the tiny bit. All right, let's start our second set. We're gonna start with our left, and then match the right. Let's see how many we can get. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a quick 10-second break. And let's hit both at the same time. Nice and slow for maybe 2 to 3. Okay, that was good. Let's uh let's do one more. I think for this last one, what I'm gonna do is do both hands at the same time, similar to what I did just now. So let's find the move, and then I think we're gonna move to the cable machine in front of us and do some type of cable curl. We'll see what attachment we use. I think we're gonna end up doing it with both hands at the same time, just because it felt pretty good for that pause set. So why not? We're gonna do 65, nice and slow. Try to take it to failure. Our biceps are already feeling pretty pumped. While I'm doing this one, I'm going to just try to keep in mind my left hand as much as possible so that we can put in more work and it can just even out a little bit. Because sometimes my dominant hand, which is the right, likes to take over. And of course, we want gains, but we want equal gains for both hands, for both biceps. So that's what we're aiming for. All right, I'm gonna go from here. Perfect. So there we go. Get a good little grip. Come on. Nice. Good little grip there. Okay. Good job, sir. Drop set by 10. Okay. I think for this next one, what I'm gonna do is single arm curls with the kill machine right next to us. Let's go do that. Okay. So because we came pretty early, we have access to literally everything. So we got access to this cable machine. We're gonna probably sit here for the entire thing. Maybe I might record our forearm workouts. I'm not sure. Just because I've never recorded them before, and just so you guys can kind of take a look at how they look. But we're gonna sit here for I'm thinking 1 or 2 sets, and we're gonna do these single arm curls with the cable machine. Take it to failure. Start off with our left, and then just match our right with our left. All right, let's do it. Are you using the sole? Okay. All right. Let's do let's do 6 on the right. I don't think we need to really use the bell, honestly. The main thing he's doing is pulling our shirt up. Okay. I think I'm gonna just drop set it. I can put like 3 more on each hand. Okay. That was pretty good. Let's I don't think we need to do another one. But I'm gonna move this camera real quick. I'm gonna sit here, do maybe 3, 4 sets of arms, and then go from there. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the post now. Okay, let's go ahead and find a quick little spot to pose down. I think I might have found something now. We'll see how it goes. But usually we like to be around this little section here because you get really good lighting. And so that's what we're gonna be end up doing. Let's pose down. It's not gonna be a long pose down just because we've already it's a bit of a shorter day, so I don't think we need to do it. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do a quick hold down. See what kind of damage we did real quick. We're still gonna do 10, 15 minutes of cardio, so we got a ways to go still. But thankfully, we get to go to Costco today and pick up some things that we need. So I'll most likely be showing you guys what the Costco haul looks like once we get home back to the apartment. But in the meantime, it's what kind of damage we did. We only did biceps today, but I think it's fine. Okay, I think that was pretty good. Let's go do maybe 10, 15 minutes of stairs. We had a bunch of pastries this upcoming, not this upcoming, but this last weekend when we got our tattoo. So it kind of splurged a little bit, but it should be fine. We're just gonna get back on track today, get back to the regular diet, regular 10, 15 minutes of cardio every day, and then we'll be right on track. So usually when you have those little days where maybe you slack off a little bit, try not to beat yourself up for it too much. Well, maybe you can sometimes eat a little too much than you should. You can always try to get back. So it's not outside of your hands. So don't try to beat yourself up to it for it too much. Just try to get back on track. Anyways, the next clip you guys are gonna see is what we got at Costco. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, so we just got back from Costco. My hair's kind of all over the place. It is hot as hell in the apartment right now. We just turned on the AC. We had to carry a bunch of stuff up the stairs, so we're kind of winded before we came up here. That was a little bit of extra cardio because we did some cardio today as well. So we've been kind of staying on that streak. But I did want to show you guys what I picked up from Costco. So let's go ahead and go one by one real quick and just tell you guys what we picked up. So, like I've told you, I love my morning coffee, and the thing that I've been really liking is these G7s. And for each pack, it's 70 calories, 2 grams of fat, total sugars is 9 grams, protein is 1 gram. So it kind of is the same way as already putting a type of creamer or low calorie creamer. So this kind of, you just kind of throw it in with some hot water. It's already ready, super fast. And I have those with the chocolate Quakers every morning now for the past maybe 3 months. Beautiful, beautiful. Something that we're super excited about, that someone today actually helped us and recommended this, was these pizzas here. I think these are going to be pretty good in moderation, obviously, but we're going to be trying these out. And I think maybe I'll make like a type of reel or something to show you guys what we end up doing. I think we're going to do some type of protein. So here, the nutrition facts for this one in particular is, let me see. So it's 170 calories for one five of the crust. So let's say and with the sauce. So it also comes with the sauce. So let me show you guys what the nutrient facts look like. If it even like, here, let me see. There we go. Let me see if you guys can see. It's probably easier if I can show you better than I can read it to you, to be honest. Okay. let's go on to the next thing. So Jasmine wanted to try these out because she says that these go out of stock pretty often. So she wants to try these out. These are some prawn type of like dumplings with like a type of soy sauce. So we're gonna be trying these out. Super excited. So we ended up getting two of these because they were on sale. I think they were like 10 bucks each. Here are the macros. So you can take a look at them. Let me show you. And you guys already know who the inspectors were once we got here. You know, those bellies ended up checking everything out. But before we even got to it, we ended up getting two of these bad boys. And then, come on, we could not forget the king of all kings, the Oikos. Man, these things are awesome. They are my favorite. If you are not on the Oiko wave, I don't know what you're doing. You don't want gains because this thing is a cheat code for getting your protein in and it tastes hella good. You can mix it in with anything and it'll taste so good. And it's 15 grams of protein for 90 calories. How can you say no? There goes Paco's tail. And then these are the ones that I've been talking about for the longest time. It is these chicken breast fillets. I am telling you, these are hella fire. It's like eating some a little bit lower quality than Chick-fil-A, but don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on this. Let me see if I can show you the macros. And if they are in reverse, I'm sorry. Try my best here. Okay, something that we can't forget is also some chicken breast. So we also got some chicken breast. This is the one that we get. I think this one's like 17 bucks, 18 bucks maybe. It's not too bad. I think we get how many pounds in here? We get around 6.5 pounds. So it's not too bad. It is not too bad. And I did tell you guys that I am made out of 85% water, 15% Diet Coke. That is what my hydration looks like. Let me show you what we also picked up. 2 cans of this. Come on. Stop playing. We need to make sure that we're getting our Diet Coke because it's actually been getting kind of expensive every time we go to the liquor store close to us because it's $5 for a big one. And those things are like 250 usually when you go to like a regular store, like $3. So we're getting played. So we were just like, now we're gonna pick up 2 boxes just to make sure that we're stocked up. And then let me see what else did we pick up that I might have missed. Ooh, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Man, when I tell you guys, I saw this video. I think it was on Instagram or on TikTok, one of them, where someone talked about these true fruits. And we tried them. We tried them on the way. You can see it's already open. We couldn't wait. We we tried these and they are fire. People were not kidding when they say to grab these. This is what the macros look like so you guys can see. This bad boy is covered in dark chocolate. This bad boy is covered in dark chocolate and white chocolate. It has strawberries. So good. The serving size is around maybe 2 to 3 pieces. If you're really like, let's say, super critical of it, what you can do is just use a little scale. So this is what we ended up picking up from Costco. We usually sometimes pick up like 3 to 4 of these, but because we've been kind of eating a little bit more of the regular chicken breasts, we decided to just maybe grab one and not go too crazy this time. I think what I'm most excited about is this pizza. I think we're gonna be able to do so many things with this. We can throw in chicken on top, barbecue sauce, like low sugar bar. I think the easiest thing is that you can track it, and it was a pretty good deal for this. You get three crusts here, so we're gonna be making these, and we're probably gonna be showing you guys so you guys can see what they look like. Maybe this upcoming week we'll have to maybe prep for them a little bit better and grab some ingredients. But that is all we picked up. I hope you guys enjoyed today's haul and you also enjoyed today's lift. Let's say goodbye with one of the babies. Screechy and I say bye. We wish you guys a good day. Say bye, Screechy. You want to smell? Okay, that's it. Bye, guys.